So, weiter geht's mit Genshin und yay, es sind noch 2 neue World Quests dazu gekommen. Woohoo! Scenes from Life in Meropide. Ich könnte mir vorstellen, dass die Quest eventuell während den anderen Quests vorhin in den letzten Videos hätte vorkommen können. Aber gut. Ja, welche will ich jetzt zuerst machen? Ich fand es strange, ich nehme erstmal das hier, weil ich das letzte gemacht habe und das andere ist einfach nur so aufgetaucht. Gut. Ich talk to Monglane. Wechsle ich das Team jetzt oder? Ne, ich bleib bei dem Team jetzt gerade. Was soll's. So. Monglane. The registration counter at front. Was? The registration counter at front desk. This is it. Let's try our luck. Hello, Miss Monglane. Oh, she doesn't look like she's easy to get along with. Maybe art of negotiation will work. That's right, we've got this book. We know it will come in handy here. Let's see. Found it. If you gain the initiative by showing your strength and overwhelm your opponent with an imposing manner. This is it. Overwhelm the opponent by being imposing. Paimon gets it. Paimon just has to be louder, right? Hey, Miss Monglane, hello. I heard you. What I can do for you? What I can do for you? What can I do for you? Oh Gott. Wortreher oder so, keine Ahnung. Huh? It really worked. Hey, we are here for the satisfaction survey, Miss Monglane. Paimon means to say that she's here to accompany her. Don't worry, Onisha, we have this book. Paimon will sneak peeks at the book and tell you what to do. Anyway, yeah, just listen to Paimon. Och ne, so eine dumme Quest. Another one saw the notes in the books. Huh? Yeah, that's right. Just so many were actually, I forget it, it's fine. Please wait a moment. Allow me to explain the rules. The survey has a total of 5 questions. Please answer them quickly and intuitively. Remember, you must answer them quickly. Do you understand? We can begin once you're ready. We are ready. Oh wait, Paimon is still flipping through the book. Very good. Let's hurry up and begin then. Paimon is ready now. Do your worst. Question 1. Do you think it is reasonable to maintain the prices for the food in the coupon fair at the current low level? How do we answer this? Let Paimon look it up. Found it. Let's try the universal formula. According to the book, I agree with your views, but it can be used in any situation. Even a male mage should be willing to respond positively. Ich bin kurz davor, diese Quest einfach durchzuskippen, weil die so dumm ist, aber okay. Reasonable. Paimon quite likes it. Unreasonable. I want the price to be raised. I agree with your views, but there's room for improvement. If only it tasted just a little better. Don't you think so too, Onisha? Oh, the seat Mandame was available. Yeah, Paimon would happily eat here every day if you did that. Excuse me? Huh? According to the rules, the survey must be answered quickly. Let's move on to the next question. Fine, rules are rules. Question number 2. Is it adequate food available during the dining hours in the coupon fair? Is adequate food available? Naja, there's plenty of food, but it just tastes awful. Yeah, at this moment, then grows on off Tibet. Not enough, even Rollsy doesn't get to eat any. Yeah, it has more mint than grows on all of Tibet. If I would rather just eat mint directly. Really? Then you can have a mint salad today. No, Paimon doesn't want either of those. Paimon wants sweet madame. Anyway, can we get back to the survey? I'll just put it down as yes. This is so tiring. Let's move on to the next question. Before we move on to the third question, I'd like to remind you that the survey requires you to answer quickly. So, now for the third question, do you think the current randomized meal system is interesting? Pay more attention to taste. I agree with your views. But doesn't randomized meals create a feeling of a pleasant surprise of not knowing what you'll get next? That's true, when you put it like that. It does sound really interesting. Paimon? What? Miss Monglane made a lot of sense. It's very difficult to disagree. Please answer quickly. It's interesting, including the fortune slips. Not interesting because I can't eat what I want to. Yeah. It always tastes weird. The surprise isn't pleasant at all. Question number 4. Do you think it's reasonable to sell addictive foods in the coupon cafe? What? What? Why is it suddenly speaking faster? Gainish natives? Steal the conversation? No. None of these seem to correct. Maybe we should go back to the universe formula. That's not quite right. This question is this stealing the conversation? Please do not overthink it or engage in idle chatter. As I mentioned previously, please answer quickly and intuitively. It's not reasonable because I agree with you. Not reasonable because. Alright, thank you for your feedback. Now it's time for the final question. Did she just completely ignore us? Our answer is not important at all. Based on the answers you have just provided, are you satisfied with the current state of the coupon cafeteria? What were they again? I can't remember all of them. That's alright, then I just write down that you're satisfied. Okay, but something doesn't feel quite right. I should probably mention that you will not receive any coupons if you answer no. That's way over the line. Then what about you, madam? Don't ignore Paimon. Yes, I'm very satisfied. Very well, thank you for your cooperation. Your support is our motivation to improve. Please sign here to claim your coupons. The intelligent flying clockwork device by your side can sign for the coupons too. What the hell? Best insult ever. Help, I'm gonna get some food too. I get some too. Before I didn't even participate. Is that really okay? Wait. Paimon is Paimon, not some intelligent flying clockwork device. Very well, anyway, we respect all input, so everybody, our people and Mecha are eligible. Didn't you hear Paimon? Paimon isn't a flying clockwork device. Paimon is Paimon. Don't ignore Paimon. Understood. Anyway, in order to help save your precious time, I can fill in the survey for you. Don't worry, the number of coupons you receive won't change. I'm sure you'll be answering satisfactorily to every question, right? Yes, coupons. In that case, just sign here and leave the rest to me. Cool, this way we'll get the coupons and save the trouble. Thanks, Miss Monglane. Thank you for your support. Please take your coupons and we hope you'll participate in the next survey. After getting the coupons, you permanent bid farewell to Miss Monglane. Oh god, this is a bullshit quest. In retrospect, Miss Monglane didn't really care at all about our responses. The problem is with the questions themselves. Yeah, you're right, the questionnaire really was weird. And Miss Monglane seemed so exhausted. The art of negotiation failed. Art of negotiation? Pfeh. Books like that are all completely useless after all. You're right, the book is the problem. Nope, the problem is with Paimon. I agree with your views, but... Hey, don't you go mocking Paimon now. Some art of negotiation, it really was totally useless after all. Yeah. Okay. Irgendein Achievement. Non-zero sum game. Complete the coupon of your satisfaction survey. Okay. Gut. Both Brains and Brawn. Wenn das jetzt doch schneller geht als gedacht, dann schneide ich es hinten dran, das andere Video. Auch wenn es, wobei, oder? Ja, ich schneide das dann hinter das, Oh, hier sind noch mehr. Wie sind jetzt 5 Millionen Quests auf einmal? Okay. Galvayer und Maupoil. Ach, der Typ war vorher beim Ausbruch, okay. Galvayer. I said, either find a way to remove it or figure out who's behind it. Easy for you to say. I've tried all kinds of cleaners and none of them worked. If it needs something stronger, we have to try Hydrophantasm Taint Begun. Hydrophantasm Taint Begun? Are you trying to burn a hose through the wall? We'll all be sleeping with the fishes in no time. Then we'll have to locate the culprit, but we don't have any clues regarding the identity. What's wrong? Is there anything we can do for you? Well, see that mark on the wall? Graffiti is prohibited in the Fortress of Meripede. We've tried everything, but we still can't remove it, so if we could at least locate the culprit. Wait, hold on. Now that I think about it, we aren't completely without leads. I remember clients mentioning that the Fontaine Research Institute has a mark that requires a special method to decipher. Are you trying to say that it's the same type of mark? I wasn't interested in the slightest back then, so I didn't bother asking for more information. Maybe he could give us an answer if he was here. Maybe he's the culprit. Indeed, we cannot rule out that possibility. But if that's the case, he should know the rules. Onisha, Paimon, you're knowledgeable adventurers with a wealth of experience. So you are. So do you have any ideas? Help us locate the culprit behind the graffiti or bring clients here to have a look. Consider it an official commission then, with coupons as compensation. Alright, if it's an official commission, then we'll give it a go. Thank you. In the meantime, I'll try to find other means of removing it. An opportunity for rebirth? What? Ach so. Könnte ich bitte... Ach, muss ich jetzt... Oh, jetzt muss ich mit dem Scheiß anfangen. Oh, nee. Okay. Das ist nervig. Das ist sehr nervig. Ja gut, ich werde eh spätestens... Kann ich die Quest denn nicht irgendwie ab... Das ging doch, oder? Konnte Quests abbrechen. Woher soll ich denn wissen, dass jetzt hier noch dumme Quests wieder sind, die dann die Leute brauchen? Ach Mann. Scenes from Life in Me Repeat. Ja, was mache ich jetzt? Ich muss die so oder so machen, und sonst kann ich die Quest hier nicht vom Montagabend machen. Gut. Dann wollte ich mich jetzt hoch und fangen wir ein neues Video an mit der Risley Quest. Ich mache dann hier gleich weiter. So, gut, habe jetzt die Risley Quest angefangen und ich habe einen Punkt gefunden, wo ich quasi jetzt nichts falsch machen kann. Ich kann hier rumrennen und es passiert nichts, solange ich nicht da irgendwas klicke. Ach, ist das schön. Ich weiß immer noch nicht, warum der Typ gesperrt war. Nur weil hier der Punkt aufgetaucht ist als erstes, nachdem man die Quest aktiviert hat. Also, es macht nicht mal Sinn. Die hängen null miteinander zusammen eigentlich, aber okay. So, Galvayer. Would capturing a blubber beast and making it spit on the mark work? Are you serious? Have you been under too much stress lately? Are you still mentally sound? Have you been absolutely fine? Just want to see blubber beast spit? Need to take a day off. Ich glaube, ich muss niesen. Oh Gott. Nee, bitte nicht. Okay, gut. Ich musste nicht mit denen reden. Ich muss das Ding aktivieren. Gut. Ist so richtig? Los, richtig. Zack. Read me. To free a minority from the supervisory duties, the road to freedom has been blocked. No matter who you are, please tell me. Aha. Find a copy graffiti. Okay. Nee, das kommt so nicht gut hin. Ich glaube, ich muss einfach nur den Gang dann da rein. So. Ich überlege hin und wieder echt, ihm einfach den Crit-Rate-Catalyst zu gehen, damit er schneller rennen kann. Aber ich glaube, das wird auf Dauer nichts bringen. Ich habe übrigens jetzt eine knappe halbe Stunde, glaube ich, noch Ruhe und dann hätte ich wahrscheinlich Pause machen müssen. Also hoffe ich, dass ich zumindest eine Quest jetzt noch in der Zeit fertig bekomme. Dann wird es langsam irgendwann Richtung Abendessen gehen und dann Kleins. Huh, isn't it Kleins? Hello, Kleins, we meet again. Huh, if Kleins is here, then that Mark must have been his doing then. What are you doing here? What are you talking about? I'm lost. Why don't you ask someone else? I think we've got the wrong guy, Paimon. Have a look around. See anyone else here besides you? We got the wrong guy, did we? Wait, don't let him deceive you, Onisha. There's no one else here, so it must be him. Alright, you win, I did it. I was planning to use this to catch up with some acquaintances, but I didn't expect that the two of you would be the ones to show up. Catch up with some acquaintances? The cipher letter is a technology developed by Mr. Butor, and if you know how to decode it. Even at the Fontaine Research Institute. The only reason I know of it and know it at all is because he was my benefactor. Unfortunately, he left us far too young, and management doesn't care for his cipher letter. So I figured that if someone out there could decipher it, then we would have something to talk about. Oh, I don't mean that there's nothing to say between us, but there are many topics we do not have in common. No need to force yourself, there really is nothing to say. You're very honest. I once had a friend who was as frank as you. They got into quite a bit of trouble because of it. But looking back at it now, those really were happy times. Anyway, is that the only reason you are here? Paimon almost forgot. Galvayer and Morpoil asked us to investigate the culprit behind the graffiti. Turn yourself in, please. Turn yourself in. We won't show you any mercy if you resist arrest. So, can't we just talk about this? Forget about Morpoil. I just don't want to fall into Galvayer's clutches. Would it be possible for you to, just turn a blind eye to this whole thing? But Morpoil said graffiti is prohibited in the fortress, and breaking the rules is bad, isn't it? If you're feeling a bit generous with definitions, then cipher letters on the wall are no different from anything else posted here. They're decorations, nothing more. Oh, but I go with you, but Nisha can decide whether or not to turn me in. Of course, if you choose to help me and save me from Galvayer's clutches, I'd be willing to compensate you accordingly. I'm putting my fate in your hands. Let's head out now. Interessant. Es sind einfach nur wieder Coupons für die Quest, oder? Weil so eine Scenes of Life, ja. Okay, so oder so kriege ich Coupons. Oh, ist das eine Kiste, die ich einsammeln kann? Nee. Schade, hätte sein können. Was? Ach, oh, jetzt habe ich die andere Quest getriggert, die hier ihren Kreis hatte. Och, come on. Ah, meine Güte. Huh? Yeah, Genevieve, right? What brings you here? Well, I'm here to do some pancreation. But what are you doing here? You aren't hoping to sign up too, are you? I know you two. Sorry, the blonde one can't participate. What? Discrimination? That was worded a little misleadingly. I think what you mean is that Onisha specifically is banned from taking part. Not blondes is an entire category, correct? Because I'm blonde and you let me sign up. Let me put it this way. A pancreation match is a spectator sport. Entertaining the audience is more important than who wins and who loses. I've heard all about your past deeds. If we let Nisha enter the ring, the outcome is a foregone conclusion, and all the anticipation is removed from the equation. No one wants to watch a match with a predictable outcome. If I let you take part, I might as well hand you the trophy right now and save everyone the trouble. Sounds like a plan. Hand it over. That's very sportsman-like. How about I let Nisha join as a coach? You can coach her. The strongest coach paired with the weakest contestant. Yes, it should be a nice gimmick. Nice touch, I mean, for the audience. Also, it's mostly for fun. There's a pretty generous prize for the winner. All thanks to her colleague. Or should I say former colleague? The winning team will receive credit coupons as well as a fantastic Fanta trophy. Show it at the Fontaine Research Institute and you can drink all the Fanta you like, for free. And the supply of free Fanta, Onisha Palmer once said. Well, Onisha is willing to coach me and das komische Wort, was keiner aussprechen kann, to victory, I'd be more than happy to give you the trophy. Are you sure you're really willing to give up an endless supply of free Fanta? Of course, I've had more than my fair share of Fanta in my time. Awesome, anyway, so you're teaming up with Poiré again? Huh? Or are Rafe and Darcy competing this time too? Darcy isn't as far as I know, and Rafe, I doubt he'll feel the need to. He did take all our coupons after all. Didn't he return them to you after the results were announced? Nope, and I haven't seen him since. It's possible that he's left for good. What? There are multiple factors that may have contributed to my previous losses. Ach, die ist das. Ah, okay. But we can't change the past, and from an efficiency perspective, competing in the pancreation tournament may prove to be the better choice now. Especially with Onisha's help. That would be perfect. For the sake of unlimited Fanta, I'll do it. I'll coach you. So you'll help. Fantastic. Coach Onisha, Paimon has confined Poiré. I wonder if he has recruited any new teammates. Okay. Brains and Brawn. So, ich will jetzt aber eigentlich die andere Quest erstmal weitermachen hier. Die hier nämlich. Zack. I see you found clients, but have you found the person responsible for the graffiti, or at least any clues? Well, about that, this requires a professional. Clients, have a look. Clients is the special mark you mentioned before. Let me see. Oh, doesn't it look like a lot like a gear? Where else could such a huge gear come from, except the Fontaine Research Institute? It's from the Institute, and so are you. I'd say the link between the two is pretty obvious. Just admit it. You're the culprit, aren't you? Can't say it like that. If one day I should be fortunate enough to dine with Galvana at Hotel de Bois, if you're still in Dreamland, I can help you wake up. And if you think my punches aren't strong enough, I'm sure Rosimov would be willing to lend a hand or three. Calm down, I'm only giving you an example. It's just an example. Where was I? Anyway, if Galvana and I were to go out together, so we are both from the fortress, it doesn't mean that there is any connection between us. See, there's no connection whatsoever. There's no link between me and this mark, just like there's no link between me and Galvana. Fine, you've convinced me, but only about the relationship between you and Sis. Doesn't it mean he hasn't convinced you at all? Well, we've got nothing else to say about this. It's up to you guys now. Well, no matter what, I owe you my thanks, and the compensation you were promised. Right, Onisha and Paimon, I almost forgot your compensation. Oh, it's a pity you couldn't locate the culprit. But I'm sure clients will have a way to move the mark. I'll leave the rest to him. And Galvaye. Then, in the meantime, I have other work to do. I attend to... ja, egal. Bla. Gut, jetzt machen die da zu dritt rum. Ich kann zum Pancreation Ring gehen. Oder renne ich jetzt nochmal irgendwie. Ja, nee, ich meinte es mit die Quest und. Also, hä? Wieso denn da an? Achso, egal, mein Püree. Sind noch irgendwelche Quests jetzt auf einmal, die ich vorher nicht hatte? Beim Rumrennen. Bring items not ready to production into the production zone ist bla. How's it going, Püree? Will you be joining our team? Ah, hard passed. I believe that's a no. As much as I enjoy the detective jokes from what I've seen of your combat abilities, you're about as good in a fight as a blubber beast. Joining your team would be like debuting on stage before the curtains close. If I had time for that, don't you think I'd better off rehearsing for the Tri-Coupon Troops performance? Ach stimmt, das verstehe ich um Gatis, das war dieser möchte gern Trupp. You make a lot of good points, but I would like to refute one of them. I'm all ears. I may have lost Rusimov in unarmed combat, but I've changed my fighting style since then. Now I can at least draw in a fight with a stern shield crab. A stern shield crab is competing? I won't highly doubt that. What a pity. Such a delicious opponent. Might I add that Anisha has agreed to coach us? I'm sure we stand a much greater chance of winning with help from her. The best coach can't have a lost cause, but you said you'd change your fighting style? Yes, close quarter combat is not my forte, so I've prepared numerous bottles filled with cryo energy. With these I can slow down my opponents in the arena, and also treat them to a delicious ice cream font outside the ring, to maintain cordial relations. I'm so jealous. Wait, is that how bottles of cryo are supposed to be used? I stick with my X. What? Aren't you a researcher? Where'd you learn to use an X? Rest assured that I'm quite handy with an X. I chop firewood for stress relief when my research hits a wall. So many questions. Fine would ask. I have a suggestion. Why don't we have a little sparring session now? That way you can show me your skills and Coach Anisha can get a sense of your fighting styles. What do you think? Depending on how the sparring goes, I may or may not decide to join your team. Seems like a reasonable suggestion. What do you think, Prairie? Yes, excellent suggestion. If only you'd come up with it sooner. I think I've used up all my mental energy on making detective jokes. Okay, ja, nee. Irgendwie, ich war gerade so im Floh drin, dass ich ganz komisch lachen wollte, aber nee, das war jetzt irgendwie dann doch ein bisschen anders, oder ein bisschen falsch. Well, I would say let's get right to the punctuation ring and not waste any more time. But are you sure you're dressed for a sparring match? What do you mean? I was dressed like this when I'm chopping firewood. Should change into something that's easier to move around in. Fortunately, the troop has some customs. Give me a minute. Kongut gets a set of comfortable clothes for Genevieve. Also ein Diebesoutfit, okay. Mehr oder weniger Diebesoutfit. She's your opponent, so isn't it counterproductive to help her? It's not a fair fight if she's handicapped by her clothes. Thank you, you're very considerate. Whichever way this goes, you have my respect as an opponent. Aha, alright, I can officially say it now. Let's get right to the punctuation ring and not waste any more time. I'm sure Rusimov won't mind us borrowing it for a while. Guck mal kurz, wie lange die Quest geht. Both brains and bronze. Oh mein Gott. 9 Minuten laut wahrscheinlich durchklicken, 24 Minuten normal. Also eine halbe Stunde ungefähr. Wenn man es liest und so weiter. Es könnte, glaube ich, genau bis wenn ich bis 18 Uhr fertig bin, ist das, glaube ich, ganz gut. Und dann renne ich wieder durch den Laden hier mal durch, offline vor allem, offscreen. Und gucke, ob noch irgendwie andere Quests sind. Aber ansonsten habe ich echt alles außer das aktuelle Event. Und, wie heißt das andere Ding nochmal jetzt? Die Rise Quest. Zack. Rusimov. We'd like to use this place to train with Goncourt. Sure thing, no problem at all. Please observe our fight closely. Coaches Anisha und Paimon. Achso, beide, okay, verstehe. Truth be told, Poirier and I lack fighting experience, especially this kind of fighting, so please let us know right away if you have any advice during the fight. Got it? Now let's warm up and get ready to enter the arena. Goncourt can't be stronger than a stern shield crab, right? You can do it. Okay, Minispieltime. So, just a rehearsal, we won't hold back. Please try and understand. Die nutzt echt eine Axt. Oh mein Gott, er macht Jump Kicks. Ich meine, es sind 2 gegen 1, aber trotzdem irgendwie. Ich sehe jetzt nicht das Problem. The outcome is already clear. That's enough, Purry. Ja. Okay, und die Musik vor allem. Not bad. I'm impressed. It was close. Could have gone what? Either way. I've been waiting so long for a chance to say that. But it was 2 against 1. So based on Concord's pancreation ethics, this probably didn't count as a fair fight. No, it's up to counts. The rules allow it. Plus, I was going easy on you. You're new to this after all. That was you going easy? Why didn't you go all out? What would be the point? I was only testing the skills. Why would I want to risk injuring them? Fair point. Well, anyway, since they impressed you, are you willing to join our team now? Haha, hard pass. What the... I may have chosen to join if it was just the 2 of them. But with Nisha here, I'm somewhat superfluous. Am I really that awesome? I had no idea. Oh please, you're not kidding anyone. Excessive humility is no different from arrogance. Ja, okay, der Satz ist super. You're not kidding anyone. Excessive humility is no different from arrogance. Ja, er sagt's. Anyway, I'm sure you'll put on an amazing performance with Funisha coaching. As for me, I'll be cheering you on from the audience. Oh, and also I won't be fighting alongside you. I'd be happy to provide some support outside of the ring. Considering that your fighting styles are a little monotonous, let's go get you kitted out with some more stuff. And the coach, of course. There's a few things that might come in handy. Our troop is really well equipped. It makes you wonder how come our performances are always subpar. I hope these things are as good as you're claiming. Oh, don't you worry. They are anyway. Seeing is believing. Let's go to Albert. He keeps hold of all the stuff I order for the troop. Okay. Back and Bow. Achso. Achso, das sind die Sachen, die ich nicht kaufen konnte bisher. Warte. Also, ich bin fast schon runtergefahren. Okay. Ergibt Sinn. Ui. Doop-di-doop-di-doo. Kann ich jetzt die Sachen kaufen, die da hinterlegt sind, oder wie sieht's aus? Hi. The prop should be around here. They'll be packed in some flimsy wooden boxes. If you find them, go ahead and crack them open. Kann ich irgendwas kaufen? Nö. Zack. Investigate. As well as maybe it will be of use, just take it with you. Zack. Investigate. Gift progress to that research lady. They're tailor-made for the arenas. They're not powerful, but they'll do the job. Aha. Was ist das für eine Sparring-Arena? Oh, this is a backup for my own weapon. Let's give it to the detective's assistant. Aha. What takes all this? Does your troop really use these in your performances? Using them is optional, but having them is mandatory. That's my motto. I know nothing about performing, so I'll take your word for it. Gone Kurt. Wait, but this is a fight, not a performance, right? Yes, but it's still for entertainment purposes. The Demonstration can be considered a stage of sorts. I look forward to watching you shine on the stage. With all your preparations so far, I'm sure your first fight will be a breeze. I heard your opponent's a big blue fella, and while he might be a stocky guy, I don't think he's a match for you. Good seems to like a better coach than me. You're too kind, my assistance has been minimal. I'll leave the hard work to you, Nisha. Coach Nisha, you could ask Rusimov when the matches will officially begin. We'll be ready to fight whenever you say the word. I watch your fights if I have time. Best of luck in the tournament. Thanks for everything, you're a great guy. Aha, thanks to Puree for detective jokes. I'm hoping to work some of them into my scripts. If any of you have any good ideas for a story, do let me know. Sure, I've got plenty of stories to share. Perfect, we'll have to talk more sometime. Ach nee, ich sehe schon eine Quest auf mich zukommen. One thing at a time, Coach. Come on, let's go to see Rusimov. Bla. Mhm. Kann ich jetzt hier ihn hier vorne irgendwo sehen und ihm die Quest reindrücken? Du bist das nicht, oder? Ich muss den Fahrstuhl hier eh nehmen, oder? Nee. Der war schon wieder nach oben. Okay. Dann kann man ja noch kurz gucken gehen, ob er was zu sagen hat. Du saß doch hier rum, oder nicht? Nö. Da geht's zum Arbeiten. Hm. Egal. The highlight of today's progression fight, a native researcher and her assistant. A team of 2 fresh fish being served up on the shopping block of a stage. Okay. Dr. Rosimov. Again. Rosimov. Back so soon? Fast and furious. Wow. Yeah, fast to lose, furious in defeat. Why are you being so pessimistic? Sounds like holding all those cryo waters has cooled his enthusiasm. So the mental energy really does have that kind of effect? Of course, the Fontaine Research Institute was right after all. Instead of elemental energy, if you're ready, you can start whenever you like. Aren't you going to explain the joke? What joke? Nothing, just forget I said anything. Now then, your first opponent has quite an interesting origin story. He was stuffed into a barrel. The barrel had a note on it that said, "Take a look in the mirror." Obviously, the person who stuffed him in the barrel is also participating, so if he beats you, it will be his chance at revenge in the ring. After all, fighting's probably also the ring. It's his only chance to win a fight and not get punished for it. Of course, he'll still be entitled to visit the infirmary if he loses. So, are you ready to enter the ring? We are ready. Then please take your positions. Also, even if it's just a recreational tournament, that still doesn't mean you should be bidding. Okay. Also wie so ein Pokémon-Spiel. Achso, es geht darum, dass ich Meld nutzen kann. Achso. Du wirst mir das schwächer. Da war ja was. Zack. Es ist aber witzig, wieder so eine Art Pokémon zu haben. Ich versuche gar nicht erst zu lesen, was oben links steht, weil ich mich eher auf konzentrieren muss. Oh no. Irgendwie greift der Typ 01 an. Stunned, they defeated the big brute living in the barrel. Ja. Congratulations to the researcher and research assistant. A first bout victory for our first time fighters. As for the guy in the barrel, don't be discouraged. We'll see you again in the next competition. Talk to Genevieve. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Said Rosimov, I'm not a research assistant. Hey, a research assistant is a very good job. Maybe you should consider it. If nothing else, working at the Fontaine Research Institute would be much better job security than working as a detective's assistant. Fair enough, I'll give it some thought, if I ever manage to leave this place. So how did the two of you team up anyway? You seem like we have different personalities and you don't have much common ground. Professionally either. That's not entirely true. The truth is I was doing an investigation at the Fontaine Research Institute before I came here. Everything was going fine until I ran into that Melusine. Just gathering evidence, but she insisted it was theft. Define gathering evidence. Taking private documents from the Fontaine Research Institute, which will generally be considered as constituting theft. I'll have you know they were problematic documents. Anyway, I pleaded guilty and accepted my punishment. Sounds like there's an interesting story here. I'm not at liberty or to divulge details of the case, as I would violate client confidentiality. I'm all familiar with the subject of this investigation. I enjoyed them doing a conference. Ma'am, please stop. What did I just say about divulging details? Oh, sorry, yeah, it's nothing to do with the competition. Anyway, so we shouldn't bore our poor coach with all this. I'd be happy to keep listening for a little extra conversation. You want us to violate my client's terms of engagement and my code of professional ethics and pay you for the privilege? She was just joking, right? Alright, let's get back to business. Coach, in your professional opinion, what do we need to improve on? Speed. Yeah, speed helps you dodge enemy attacks and land more strikes in the same amount of time. Both Genevieve and Farbe rely on throwing. Faster and more accurate throws will give them an advantage. Whether it's a bottle of cryo or some staged firecrackers, right? Sounds good. Shall we find some way to practice our throwing techniques? As long as we can find a spot where we won't disturb anyone. There's a big empty space near the Rift of Erosion. I think this would work. Let's head over and check it out. Du, gibt's da einen besseren Teleporter? Nee. Natürlich nicht. Ich komme von außen, glaube ich, gar nicht mehr daran, wenn ich es versuchen würde. Du. Oh, jetzt wird's knapp. Ja, ich wusste gerade nicht, irgendwie war mir gerade noch so. Ich weiß nicht warum. 17:50 Uhr, ja, also so 10 Minuten habe ich glaube ich noch mindestens. Ich hoffe, ich kriege die Quest noch in 10 Minuten durch. Ansonsten muss ich die mit drinne pausieren. Wahrscheinlich kann ich jetzt noch einmal fighten gleich im nächsten Fight. Und dann ist die Quest zu Ende. So. This looks like a great place to practice throwing. And Gurt gave us a bunch of stuff earlier. Some of it should come in handy here. Genevieve and Poirier set up a practice area. It's a little jerry-rigged, but it should be fit for our purpose. Coach, why don't you give us a demonstration first? My pleasure. We are counting on you, Coach. Das ist jetzt gleiche Mechanik wie in dem Minispiel letztes Mal. Ja, ist es. Zack. Zack. Und zack. Ey, wie oft denn noch? Also 12 Stück muss ich insgesamt hitten. Wie auch immer ich jetzt gerade 2 getroffen habe, aber okay. Nehme ich hin. Got it? Any questions? I understand in principle, but I'll demonstrate again. Anisha, maybe we should let them have some practice now. And you need hand-eye coordination. Speaking of which, Poirier has to wear glasses. Will your poor eyesight affect your accuracy? Oh, these are just a fashion statement. They're not prescription lenses. That must be a new sense, surely, wearing those in the ring. You just have to treat them as an extension of your body. Besides, if you take them off, no one will recognize me. Don't be silly, ich glaube, ich muss niesen. Actually, everyone does look alike. Let's not get hung up on spectacles here. Is this basic training really all we can do? It reminds me of being a detective's assistant, revisiting the same crime scene over and over countless times, hoping to find a new shred of evidence. There's no substitute for hard work in any field. Our coach has personally shown us how it's done. You shouldn't dismiss the value of practice before you've even tried it. Yup, if you don't put in the time, you'll regret it down the line. Are we here to grumble or here to win? Put your back into it. How about a sparring match with me instead? Be warned, I don't pull my punches. I will practice throwing right away. It needs to be second nature when we are in the ring. Let's take turns practicing. While one of us throws, the other will watch and check their accuracy. Alright, let's do that. Great, Coach Nisha, Paimon, let's meet again at the arena when the next round begins. Alright, no slacking off, Poirier. Cool. 18 bis 22 Uhr am nächsten Abend. Zack. Du. So, 18 bis 20 Uhr am nächsten Abend. Oh, come on. Du. Und jetzt eine ganze Umdrehung. Oh Gott. Ja, mal das hinsetzen. Ich glaube, das Mikro schmiert so weit drüben. Das ist wieder schräg. Ach, egal. So. This team of fresh fish filete. Was? Their opponent's nice and clean, did say blah. Anyway, the second bout is about to begin. Let's see how much razzle dazzle they've got. Ja, gut, okay. Gut. Rosimov. Hi. Ah, you're here. Where's Genevieve? She's gone to get changed. She'll be back before the match starts. Your opponent is ready. Let me know when you want to start. As soon as Genevieve gets back. Best of luck out there. Okay. Moment. Abandon Challenge? Ich weiß es nicht. Irgendwann nicht, ob ich jetzt gerade irgendwas höre oder nicht. Ich glaube nicht. Gut, egal, dann weiter. Oh. Zack. Meld. Oh, ich glaube, das könnte eventuell nichts werden. Okay, jetzt sollte ich eventuell erstmal ein bisschen... Das Nervige ist, er wechselt das Target nicht. Aber ja, gut, okay. Auch mal der Regen hier kommt. Muss ich das Zeitlimit einhalten oder wie ist das? Die sind nicht tot. Bullshit. Bullshit. Kann ich nochmal? Oder wie ist das jetzt? Rosimov. Genevieve. Okay. As soon as... Ja, okay, gut. Ich muss mehr spammen. Oh. Wo hat denn die riesige Dingens jetzt auf einmal her? Oh, wow. Aber können die nicht mehr zielen? Einfach abwechselnd jetzt werfen. Ich glaube, der Anfang habe ich verkackt. Wahrscheinlich, ja. Ja. Ach komm. Jetzt wird's nervig. Dies ist jetzt nervig. Das ist ein bisschen knapp bemessen, vor allem wenn die anderen nicht treffen. Aber gut, ausnahmsweise mal eine Quest, wo man nicht automatisch durchgeleitet wird. Das muss ich denen zugute halten. Zack. Dupdi-dupdi-du. Die Musik passt so null eigentlich hier in Genshin, aber zu Genshin, aber das ist trotzdem sehr interessant irgendwie. Jetzt komplett gut angegriffen eigentlich. Und trotzdem... Ah, jetzt hat er einfach geblockt. Ey, es ist so nervig. Komm, was soll ich noch machen? Soll ich einfach direkt die ganze Zeit spammen oder was? Ist aber schon echt einfach nur durchspammen. Habe ich aber gerade auch versucht schon, dann haben sie auch verkackt. Ich spam jetzt einfach mal erstmal nur. Hau quasi auf Cooldown. Wenn es jetzt funktioniert, dann ist das Bullshit. Doop-di-doop-di-doo. Bewegen sich halt nicht. Das ist dumm. Das funktioniert aber nicht. Wie soll das funktionieren? Die hitten einfach nur die Luft. Okay, es ist eine Bullshit-Quest, aber sowas von. Wow. Ein Zeitlimit. Das hat ja nichts mit Skill zu tun in dem Moment. Das Spam bringt auch nichts. Positioning kann ich auch nicht verändern. So. Zack. Gut. Zack. Wie auch immer, es ist einfach lagabhängig. Das ist einfach echt nur pures Lack, was man hier braucht beim Klicken. How is this possible? A samurai from afar losing to a feeble researcher and her assistant? Will the newcomer's luck ever run out? Find out in the next match. Oh no, ein drittes. Oh, come on. Found saw Genevieve leaving a big hurry just now, so I thought she was chasing someone. Pare followed her out too, just what's going on. Should we go and check it out too? Ja, was geht jetzt ab? Irgendwer hat die bezahlt, dass sie gewinnen oder verlieren oder wie auch immer. Find Genevieve. I'm warning you. It's a serious crime to fight outside the ring. Do you think I care at this point? You psycho. Do you solve all your problems with brute force? No wonder you had to fake data when you couldn't get the results you wanted. I'm the one who should be warning you, unless you have evidence to back up your claims. That was blatant slander. Oh, you didn't like that, huh? Tough cookies. You should start thinking out about how you're gonna approach this Mr. Bousset when you get out of here. If you ever get out of here. Ha. What am I saying? I should be thanking you. Mr. Bousset had to step down thanks to your academic dishonesty. No way can Raimondo handle all of the Fontaine Research Institute's project on his own. Once I get out of here. It never ceases to amaze me how some people can fantasize about such a bright future in this fortress, where the sun never shines. A true testament to the power of the human imagination. Who are you, and how exactly is this any of your business? Who? Me? As you can probably guess, I'm just a lowly assistant. And nobody, really. We are all contestants here, so let's try and be a little cordial to one other outside the ring. Shall we? I have a delicious iced half drink here. Very sweet. Would you care for a glass? What? Wait, no. I'm not even a contestant. So, he didn't fall for it. Unlike some people, I refuse to stop to using brute force to prove my own value. Fontaine Research Institute lab is too good for you. A lumberjack's cabin in the mountain is where you belong. Genevieve punches him. How dare you? Private brawls are... You all saw that too, right? Private brawls are prohibited. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. I took my glasses off for a second. And my eyesight is terrible without them. I'm afraid I didn't see a thing. Leave us out of this. I just got here. Did something happen? It's not a brawl unless you hit her back. I'm gonna fight back? No one's stopping you. But I hear it's a serious crime to fight outside the ring. You self-righteous conniving... I wipe those smug looks off each of your faces. Just you wait. My VL model enhanced makeup will prove everything. The man leaves. What was all that about? I'm sorry you had to see that. I have a bit of a short fuse. I always try my best to stay rational, objective and neutral in all scenarios, but sometimes I fail to control myself. A short fuse is no excuse for assault. You just suddenly punched him without saying a single word. Na, Moment, der Hund. Palmer schockt. Moment. So, gut. Hund hat aufgehört zu bellen. Yeah, you just suddenly punched him without saying a single word. Palmer was shocked. You're right, I'm sorry. I'll try to do it better. Anyway, who was he? Champ Vallon. He's a senior researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute. He's always had a rivalry with Raimondo, but I guess he thinks he might be in with a chance since Bossuet has fallen from power. But it doesn't look like Raimondo has any intention of giving him the chance. It's a shame, really. If he was Raimondo's equal, the Steamboat would have to give me my own column space. Why? Also, how do you know about all this? It's kinda suspicious. Because when I was caught at, when I was collecting evidence at the Fontaine Research Institute, he was the main target of my investigation. All those problematic documents I mentioned were linked to him. I've actually met him a few times before, but he didn't seem to recognize me at all just now. Oh. Wait a sec, now you're divulging details of the case? What happened to client confidentiality and professional ethics? The fact that he is here in the Fortress of Mirrorpeat means the case is clearly over. Plus I sent my uncle a letter recently to see if I could find anything out. And all I sent in reply was, be patient. I knew something weird was going on. I guess he couldn't be bothered to help me since he knew what was about to happen. And to think I spent years running errands for him, and even let him put me as a supporting character in his novel. I'm not surprised to see him here at all. He's never had a very good reputation at the Fontaine Research Institute. Lots of negative rumors flying around about him. Guess they weren't all groundless. Oh, I know I was sent here for injuring him at a conference, and of course for other reasons too. But the weird part about his bad reputation is public knowledge. If you don't believe me, ask anyone else from the Fontaine Research Institute. That won't be necessary. Yeah, anyway, Palmon's more concerned about that stuff he said before leaving. Isn't he not participating in the competition? And even if he was, it's all about entertainment value, right? So why did it sound like he's plotting something nefarious? Knowing how he operates, I guess he intends to take this opportunity to show what he's capable of and impress the powerful people in the fortress. Well, having met some engineers from the Fontaine Research Institute before, like clients, Palmon gotta ask, what makes this Champ Vallon guy so special? Professionally, he doesn't have any noteworthy accomplishments, but he's quite skilled at networking and playing people to his advantage. Also, surely he wouldn't. What's the worst he can throw at us? 12 engineers, all built like two Rosimovs? No, you moron, it's worse than that. Didn't you hear what he said? The VL model enhanced mecha? Sounds like he's gonna send Glory Mecha into the ring to fight us on his behalf. And not your typical Gardamex mass produced in the fortress, either. Some modified variety with enhanced combat capabilities. That's crazy, Glory Mecha aren't even human. How are they allowed in an evacuation tournament? Since it's just for entertainment, there are no rules stating that participants have to be human. As a matter of fact, someone once captured a sternship crab from the abandoned production zone and sent it in as their fighter. Oh, so we did draw in that fight, huh? It sounds pretty far-fetched, but on the off chance he really does send Mecha into the ring, what are you gonna do? Surrender. I know I'd be letting down our coach, but there's no way I could win that fight. With this amount of training, I know my limits. Don't give up. Anything I can do, you can do. Nisha, get real. A few encouraging words aren't gonna magically close the gap between you and them. I think we just might have a shot, you know? If we can utilize the mutually destructive effects of Pneuma and Osia energy to weaken the Clockwork Mecha, winning wouldn't be beyond the realms of possibility. I have an idea, but this isn't the place to discuss it. Let's find somewhere in the production zone that's better lit. Go to the production zone. Achso. Nee. Hä? Da lang. Warum sind die 5 Millionen verschiedene Wege auf dem Boden? Und warum ist der Bereich da vorne markiert? Gut, die Quest geht länger als gedacht und sie ist dann doch interessanter als gedacht, aber okay. Du, die, du, die, du, die, du. 18:12 Uhr. Also ich mache es allerhöchstens noch bis um halb, weil dann muss ich kurz Pause machen und Kräfte sammeln für Terraria gleich. Du, die, du, die, du, die, du, die, du. So, wo? Da lang. Osia und Pneuma. Und dann gibt es noch das Arceum-Zeugs und so weiter. Sehr spannend hier in Fontaine. Okay, Genevieve, so what's your idea? So as I was saying, we need to utilize the mutually destructive effects of Pneuma and Osia energy to weaken the clockwork mecha and create opportunities to attack. This is far beyond the scope of my abilities. I bid you all adieu. Don't go, I can't accomplish this without you. With some processing, Pneuma can be stored in a container, even in your sugar glass bottles. I'm familiar with the structural weakness of clockwork mecha, so if you create an opening, I can go in and attack. Oh, this might actually work, and Poiré has been practicing his throwing, so hopefully his speed and accuracy should have improved by now. But I don't know anything about the principle of mutual annihilation between Pneuma and Osia. Honestly, me neither. If you put your mind... Ja, fairerweise, ich achte auch nicht drauf. This isn't a research project, so you don't need to grapple with the theory. All you need to know is which action causes what reaction. First things first, let me set up a practice arena. Genevieve and Poiré set up a practice arena. Are these from the stage props con good give us too? What kind of show would props like these? Maybe an educational play about the Fontaine Research Institute to teach people about pneumosia or something? The arena is ready. Now for demonstration on the pneumosia mutual annihilation phenomenon. Over to you, Coach Runisha. Got it. You only need to run through it once. After that, I'll supervise Poiré's training until he knows exactly what he's doing. Yes, it's... Is it that necessary? How hard can it be? That depends on how quickly you pick it up. Okay. Demonstrate the power of Pneuma und Osia. Also. Pew. 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 So did I help? You'd have been a much bigger help if you did nothing. Achso, weil ich nicht beide gleichzeitig konnte. Achso. Is it a genuine thanks or thanks? Anyway, let's meet at the Pancration Ring before the next match, like last time. Alright, don't die on us, Poiré. You need to live on. Oh, don't be so dramatic. The stage props are getting to your head. But sure, I'll try to avoid getting annihilated along with the Pneuma and Osia. Go to Pancration Ring, okay. Business as usual. Alle guten Dinge sind drei. Aller guten Dinge, das sind drei. Da. So, es ist wieder so ein dämliches Zeitlimit wahrscheinlich, oder? Ich sehe es kommen. Es ist wieder so ein dummes Zeitlimit, was man einhalten muss, damit es funktioniert. Ja. Moment, muss kurz antworten, werd aber mittendrin essen müssen. So. Gut, nee, geht um Terraria gleich. Während der Zeiger jetzt irgendwie gerade vorwärts gegangen ist, habe ich mal kurz drauf geguckt. Habe ich jetzt eigentlich gelabert, während der Zeiger gespult hat? Ich weiß es nicht. The powerful Darkwing G's team. Genevieve and Poiré are about to arrive at the lowest stage of our Pancration Ring to begin their third fight. As the most outstanding rising stars in this competition, they've already become potential contenders for the championship. Doop-de-doop-de-doo, okay. Das wird nervig. Russi. Poiré. Achso, egal, wen ich anspreche. Hey Poiré, how did the training go? Did it work? Yep, I'm now fully versed in the mutually destructive properties of Pneuma and Osia energy. Great, then why don't you summarize it for me? So I was just joking, I still don't really get how it works, but I do know what I have to do. Good, because you'll be facing a heavyweight this time. Haha. Well, ready to enter the arena? I'm ready. Don't forget to give us your input during match, Onisha. Then let's begin. Contestants and coaches, please take your positions. Okay. Ich versuche so lange darauf zu achten, was die machen. Was macht sie da? Und irgendwie, warum ist der Fight jetzt einfacher als der letzte? Bullshit. Achso, wirft er zweimal? Habe ich das richtig gesehen? Ich glaube, er wirft zweimal, weil er schwächer ist an sich. Was war das Problem mit dem zweiten Fight? What the fuck? Das hier war jetzt viel einfacher. What an accelerating match. Congratulations to the researcher and her assistant, and of course to their coach, Anisha. But I have some breaking news, don't get too comfortable, because this match is entering overtime. Your spectacular performance really put me in the mood for a brawl, so allow me to be your opponent during the overtime match. Let's go. Ah, okay, gut. Mhm. Deswegen. Bullshit. Wir sind jetzt auch einmal verwechselt. Deswegen bin ich verwirrt. Die haben ihre Itemreihenfolge gewechselt. Das ist ekelhaft. Eigentlich müsste es relativ easy jetzt funktionieren, oder? Okay. Was war mit dem zweiten Fight los? Das war wirklich. Der zweite war irgendwie Bullshit, aber okay. Das war jetzt wieder zu einfach, aber... Ah. Accept my defeat. Looks really can be deceiving. You never said anything about an overtime match. I'm about to pass out. No entertainment-driven tournament would be complete without a few exciting plot twists. Same applies to using firecrackers in the ring. Or sweet scented sugar glass bottles. Without further ado, are you ready to receive your prize? Feels like we are forgetting something. The Fonta trophy. Are we? If we forgot about it, it can't be that important. Where did it jump well and go? Oh, good point. Those make wears pride and joy, and we tore them to shreds. Would you stick around to be humiliated, Farbe? He's probably hiding away to escape the shame. I doubt it. Like you said, Sarah has pride and joy. I don't think he's going to take this lying down. Ah, you've got nothing to worry about. You are the champions, and you even defeated me. You can handle whatever else he might throw at you. Be that as it may, fighting 2 matches back to back has completely exhausted me. I need to sit down, or I'm gonna faint. Right now he could throw a newborn puppy at me and I'd probably lose the fight. Valon returns and he's brought some friends. Darf ich jetzt etwa einschreiten oder was? My VL model enhanced mecha. You destroyed my VL model enhanced mecha. This tournament isn't over yet. Leave him to me. I've still got some fight in me. Nope, don't force yourself. I guess it's my time to shine. Here, let Coach Alicia show you how it's done.
Gather.
Zack. Zack.
Into the wind.
Kommt her.
A moment, please.
Das waren aber viele Partikel. Wow. Und tschüss, Roboköter. Enough. No more, please stop. Already? I'm still warming up here. You... Was it more? All those coupons. You're completely mad, all of you. No more messing with crazy. I'm done. Should have known after last time. What a spectacular failure this was. I'm admitting defeat and I'm leaving. Not without me. You're not. Let's find somewhere to discuss reimbursement for my losses. Just look at the mess you've made of my precious pancreation ring. Oh, but first, it gives me great pleasure to present the champions the grand prize. Be proud of yourselves. You've earned it. Who's more from Cheval on leave? That was pretty underwhelming in the end. Feels like all that preparation was a lot of effort for nothing. But it was worth it to see Anisha in the ring. So cool, hehe. I hope you were taking notes. I don't know about cool. I think this learning opportunity is a little wasted on me. We promised the trophy to Coach Anisha and Paimon. As for the credit coupons, I feel bad you went above and beyond by taking that last fight, so we should really increase your compensation. But we really need those coupons. We can give you a little extra, but not as much as you deserve. Yes, you're running low on coupons after our rave. Anyway, it's fine. We will stick to the amount originally agreed, right, Anisha? That's alright with me. Thank you so much, Coach Anisha and Paimon. So what are your plans now that you've won the tournament and got a big stash of coupons? All I can think about is life after the Force of Me repeat. Also, it's true that they have no evidence to prove I committed academic dishonesty. Die haben keinen und trotzdem bist du hier, wow. The fact is, I also haven't been able to reproduce the results from the disputed experiment. I just have to keep going with my research and find a way to prove myself. This place isn't that bad, but the world beyond the fortress suits me better. Clients are hard to come by down here. There's practically zero work for a detective. And then again, even in the rest of Fontaine, the detective industry is just too competitive. Müssen die so dumm rumschreien im Flur? Maybe I should think about expanding outside of Fontaine. Coach Nisha, you're a traveler, right? Maybe we run into each other somewhere else one day. Okay, wir werden dich in der Summa treffen. Bei Bantan Sango. Ich seh's kommen. Sounds like you have great plans. Pawn hopes you achieve all your goals. I hope I'll have at least graduated from being a supporting character in my uncle's novels when we next meet. Thank you and good luck to you too. Okay, Quest noch fertig bekommen und es ist nicht mal halb. Migration Fonta Cup. Yay. Was soll ich mit den Kack-Coupons jetzt eigentlich machen? Ach, ich kann die Rezepte kaufen. Genau das kann ich machen. Ich gehe nochmal jetzt in dem hier Shop gucken. Ich glaube, die Items, die er da hat, die werde ich kaufen können, aber nur für irgendeine Quest, die ich jetzt nicht gesehen habe bisher. Ein Questlog wäre halt echt geil zu wissen, welche man gemacht hat und welche nicht. Das ist ein bisschen nervig in diesem Spiel. I want to buy something. Gut, die Sachen kann ich nicht kaufen, weil die reserviert sind. Ja, schade, wenn die Person, die es reserviert hat, irgendwie verschwindet auf einmal. Dann muss ich wegen den Rise Quest wieder mit drin unterbrechen. Das wäre so... Oh, ich sehe schon die nächste Quest. Irgendwo über mir. Okay, gut. Hier gibt es noch ein paar mehr Quests, dann mache ich das beim nächsten Mal. Wird mir sonst zu lang. What's the claim welfare meals from Bran? Is there anything else you need? What do you sell here? Recipes and dishes. No surprises. Take a look. Gut. Also. Die Rezepte. Jo. Die Sachen kaufe ich nicht. Mein Welfare Meal. So. Zack. Konsum. Delicious Mint Salad. Fortune Slip. Gut. Hier ist noch mindestens eine Quest. Oben in der Mitte. Renne ich jetzt noch einmal. Renne ich jetzt hier im Kreis? Ne, jetzt mache ich vielleicht offscreen. Also wir wissen zumindest eine Quest ist schon mal. Vielleicht renne ich ja dann mit der Quest nochmal um den Block. Dann vielleicht schneide ich das dann hier hinten dran oder auch nicht. Muss ich mal gucken. Aber ich mache jetzt auf jeden Fall erstmal hier einen Cut. Morgen, übermorgen die Risley Quest noch und dazwischen irgendwie noch diese Oberwelt-Quest. Und ich muss noch das Kampfevent machen. Wahrscheinlich mache ich das heute Nacht, nachdem wir mit Terraria durch sind für heute. Also irgendwann erstmal so um 12 Uhr rum. Halb eins, Viertel vor eins. Das werde ich aber eh stumm aufnehmen, von daher passt das. Gut. Dann noch einmal hier hin. Slam Bang, No Holds Barrett, Mirror Pete Style, Pancration. Ja. Guy, Poré und bla. Noch was? Nö. Immer das Survey von 4.0 oder... Ja, gut, das Permanente halt für 50 und das 30.000 dafür Versionierung und so weiter. Für die Version halt und passt schon. Habe ich das Spiel eigentlich neu gestartet, seitdem ich die Dinge umgestellt habe? Ich weiß es nicht. Habe ich es neu gestartet seit dem letzten Mal? Das Haus ist mich immer noch Low Poly. Die Cubes auch. Naja, gut. Dann habe ich jetzt das und das und das und das und das. Und dann würde ich sagen, erstmal hier ciao. Und dann darf ich jetzt gleich wieder schneiden. Juhu. Bis dann.